Right now, we're in some of the biggest changes we have seen so far with the Google Merchant Center. And with its recent transition from more of the hands-on manual campaign types to now artificial intelligence and smart bidding campaigns like Performance Max, the Google Ads platform has begun to find ways to improve the data via the Merchant Center so that we can see through these AI systems. But I'm very pleased to tell you that these recent changes are basically improving and helping e-commerce brands like us scale our brands to the next level while having a much easier time. And in this video, I'm going to be covering all of those recent changes, which is going to change the way you use the Google Merchant Center. Let's start off by looking at some of the major changes which we can directly find within the Google support website itself. So if you just type in Merchant Center announcements, you'll be able to come on this via Google. But the first change I want to go over is this one right here, which is basically the buy on Google change. Now, if you have ever seen on Google, when you try to click on a website or a shopping listing, you will see that it directly takes you to Google's add to cart itself. And to illustrate this, if we look right here, the buy on Google shopping is this little section which is available yet right now on Google, where if you choose buy on Google, it shows you all of the products where you can directly buy on Google's platform itself without having to go to the actual website or the product page. This was one of the biggest things which so many e-commerce brand owners tried to do in the hopes of improving their conversion rates, because now the user, whoever is purchasing something, they would associate the website with Google itself rather than an external website. But unfortunately right now, it looks like this is going away for good, starting on September 26th of 2023, mainly because this may have not been the best thing to do. Number one, because this really kind of associated all potential bad experiences with Google itself rather than that external website. And number two, this really made it difficult for any e-commerce brand out there to actually kind of build a sustainable brand itself without having Google, the brand itself, Google, be associated with it. This brings us to the next major change that is happening with Google Ads, and that is the performance section within the Merchant Center itself. So to find this, what you will need to do is under Google Merchant Center, just go on over to performance, just click on it, and you will now be seeing a very new and improved dashboard overall. Now, this dashboard is not something you had access to previously, with all of these sections ranging from products to competitive visibility to even non-product website results. This is a very positive change which the Google Merchant Center and Google Ads platform has introduced, because now with whatever data you currently have, if you are running Google Ads campaigns, you'll be able to see a lot of important information, such as which products are popular right now in terms of what you're selling, what's trending up, what's trending now, what is working based on what brands you sell, and even things like where is the traffic coming from? Is it coming from organic results for your products, or is it coming from paid ad results, and much more. These are all things which you now should start looking into, not just looking at your Google Ads dashboard, because that is a very top of the level broad view of what's going on within your ads account and within your performance. Rather, you want to come in here and you want to look at all of this information, because now this is where real winning e-commerce brands and brands that scale to the next level will be made. This brings us to the next change which has happened, which is the Your Reports section. Now again, this is more of a newer kind of section which the Merchant Center has added. The Reports section, it can give you a lot of external insight into what's going on with your performance, what products are doing well, what products are not doing well. And as it says right here, you can actually even build your own performance reports using the metrics that you want. So whatever you want to look at, you can now create that report here. And there's a variety of different report types you could be looking into to have that done. Moving on now, under the growth section, if you click on price competitiveness, you'll be able to see that this section has also improved significantly from what it was previously. If you just change the time period to all time, and it's only going to really work if you give it big data to look at, not just like maybe last 7 days, 14 days, but now you can see how your products are doing versus what products are getting the most clicks, what your most clicked categories are, what your most clicked product brands are, so on and so forth. A lot of extra information regarding the products and the branding itself, which is now going to help you scale your brand to the next level with the information provided here. But if you look at the very top, it's not the only section that's provided. There's product section, there's brand section, categories, product types, much more. And one section I highly recommend you now start looking into, besides just looking at the other generic sections. But this brings us to the final and one of the most significant changes of all time, which is the shopping experience score scorecard. It is no longer shopping experience scorecard. It is now the top quality store badge. And this is kind of like an add-on, like a similar thing to what was known as the shopping experience scorecard. And it's going to be basically determine whether you qualify for this top quality store badge or not based on the same things as what was the determining factors with the other shopping experience scorecard program. If you look right here, things such as what is the return experience, what is the shipping experience, what's the delivery cost, what's the delivery time, seller rating, all these things are what will now make you eligible to get this top quality store badge in the United States, mostly because that's where it's active. And there's a lot of benefits that come with this, such as this new unique top quality store badge, ranking higher with Google shopping results, and also early access to Google's new features. This is one of the most important things which you absolutely must have for your store. And again, the best way to get this all properly set up is to increase your shipping speed, right? Like it tells you right here, it will actually give you recommendations of what you need to improve on to become eligible. But in addition to that, just looking at these kind of comparisons and seeing where the real opportunity is. So for example, for this brand, the delivery time is the biggest opportunity right now. And you want to be in this darker bluish area if you want to be qualifying for this top quality store badge. But this is something we're doing for almost all of the brands under my Google Ads agency or marketing, which if you're currently doing $40,000 or more per month in revenue, you need just a little bit of extra help scaling your brand to the next level. Go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how we can potentially work together and make that happen.